priorities based on our decision criteria and our analysis. We're going to go into 3 alternatives. We're going to pick the best alternative that we think suits Oliver. And with that alternative, we're going to go into a recommendation, an implementation plan, and then just some future things that Oliver can follow. So Oliver's problem, he doesn't know what path to take. Right now, on one hand, he has a scholarship that will take him to Simon Fraser's University that covers all his tuition and books. His parents are highly pushing the university path. But on the other hand, he's got this up-and-coming popcorn business that he's truly passionate about and wants to be able to work full-time. He doesn't know what his future will look like. With both of those paths, he's confused of what could that lead him to? Where will he be in 5, 10 years or so? He's not a financial person. He's a little foggy on the numbers, and he's not quite comfortable doing his own financials, so he needs a little bit of help in that. And how his business will do. He's afraid that if he goes into the popcorn business, that it might crumble on him, and his parents will be right, and this whole adult thing will go to waste, and we really don't want that for Oliver. So who is Oliver Smith? He is 18 years old, like I said, just graduating high school. He is the party guy. He likes to hang out with his friends, all that entertainment. Currently, his friends are asking him to join them on a trip to Thailand, which would cost $5,000. His parents said, as a little bit of an incentive, that if he goes to university, they will pay $3,500 towards his trip to Thailand. So a little bit of a push. He's very fun. He is running part-time this Pop Culture, which is a business in popcorn and the gourmets of that. So he sells to like fairs, businesses can take their logo and put it on the popcorn and sell it with it. And he's really loving that. It's a true passion. He's got some entrepreneur background in his life, and he's been in the business club, like I said before, so he really wants to pursue that. So what is Pop Culture? Like I said before, it's the popcorn business, the gourmet. So last year, working part-time, Pop Culture brought in $30,000 in revenue. With all the expenses down, he got to a gross sale profit of $12,000. So breaking that down a little bit, he's getting about $900 through like the 8 months of like the slower time, and then in the summer when it's his peak time period, he's getting about $1,500. So when all that comes down, he takes about $7,500 for himself to spend as he pleases. So before we get into any alternatives, I want to talk about the decision criteria. We are going to base all of our recommendations, alternatives on this criteria. We want something that fits Oliver's lifestyle. We don't want to give him something that he's not going to stick to and throws away in a little bit because it doesn't fit his needs. We want to make his goals a reality quickly. So whether that's the business, getting a newer job, just succeeding in life, we want to make things so that he's open to change, again, so that he doesn't throw it away or not stick to it. We don't want to give him that really strict budget and then him just being like, no thanks. What are his priorities? And how can we help him live that Canadian dream? How can he be able to afford that beautiful house on the prairies, even though he's from Alberta? We know he'll want to come to us. And, just be living life to the fullest and the happiest. So I'd now like to pass the presentation on to Cassidy Lato, who will tell you about our alternatives, all 3 of them, and then our recommendation.
Perfect, thanks, Kira. So we came up with 3 different alternatives for Oliver that would fit his situation the best. So in alternative 1, it begins to look like that he's still living with his parents, paying a little bit of rent to his parents. He'll begin to get a part-time job, but still casually working with Pop Culture. So in this one, the cons are definitely outweighing the pros. So he doesn't take that awesome scholarship he was offered, and his goals are not being met very fast. But on a pro to this, he still gets to run what he's very passionate about. In alternative 2, he attends university using that scholarship. He will discontinue Pop Culture and forget about it, and he will go to post-secondary for 4 years. So the pros in this one, he's making his parents happy by going to the university, he's beginning to reach his goals, but cons to this, he loses passion, he's not reaching his goals at all very And pop culture is no longer, which is very sad to hear because that's one thing he was very passionate about. In alternative 3, he takes the trip to Thailand with his friends, which he was really wanting to go on. He attends university and is still running pop culture on the side. So in this one you can see that the pros heavily outweigh the cons. As pros, he's getting to run pop culture, he's going to Simon Fraser, his goals are being met very fast, and he's able to go on a little bit of a trip with his friends, which is also a good thing. For cons though, he's not full-time with pop culture, but that's alright because he's still being involved with it. And then he's also getting a student debt starting to apply it. So we recommend that he chooses our alternative 3. So he's attending university for 5 years, but it's based on the 4-year scholarship. It's just spread out for his courses, so that he's still able to work part-time with pop culture. He will begin to he'll get a line of credit to cover the student debt, which is 6%. And with going to the university and expanding his knowledge and stuff, he's able to build connections and get stronger with marketing for his business. With the revenue of pop culture, he'll use that to start paying down the student debt. So with choosing our alternative, there's always risks to every situation. We came up with 3 possible risks that may occur financially throughout the years. So his business, he's just starting up a new business. You don't know how it's going to work out or if anything could arise. He just got a new girlfriend, so you never know, that could lead to a future marriage, which is another expense. And just the obstacles of like new competition entering the market, and you're going to have to buy stuff to upgrade the pop culture to make it the best it can. So at this time, I'd like to pass the presentation on to Tori Watton, who will talk to you about the implementation plan.
Thanks, Kat. So, as Kat said, we're going to begin going to university. We're spreading our 4-year program over 5 years to allow him to continue working on pop culture at the side. His parents are going to help pay for his education. They have an RESNet for him. And we're going to use the money from our TFSA to pay for our half of the Thailand trip while our parents pay for the other half. So this is what Oliver's budget looks like. On the left, we have his old budget before he went to school, and on the right, he has a new budget. So obviously he has quite a few more expenses now that he's going to school, but he is lucky enough to have his tuition and books covered by scholarship. So at the beginning of year 5, Oliver's starting his last year of university. And the rules of his scholarship are very unclear. Because it's for a 4-year program, it's possible that they may not give him his scholarship for his final year, but it's possible that they might, depending on, due to the fact that it's a 4-year program and we're just stretching it out. So we recommend that he call his school right away to confirm, but in all of our numbers going forward, we assume that he did not get the scholarship, so that if he finds out that he does, he'll have extra money instead of finding out he has a ton of extra expenses. So this is his new budget, very similar, except for obviously the added tuition fees and books, which gives him much more expenses also. So, as any student, Oliver's going to have some debt at the end of his university career. We took out a line of credit for $30,000 at an interest rate of 6%. And the Thailand trip, we're paying out of our TFSA, so it will be paid off after we go. So, Oliver has a lot of goals. He wants to get an education, which he's getting to do in all alternative. He wants to run pop culture, which he gets to do part-time if he stretches his university out. And he still has money to use for entertainment. So on our little chart it says travel. So travel doesn't necessarily mean a big trip like the Thailand trip every year, because that's just not financially possible for Oliver. But he does really enjoy taking road trips with his friends and going to concerts, and so we've budgeted into his yearly budget some money so he can continue to do that. So at the end of year 5, beginning of year 6, Oliver will have graduated from university and he'll be completely debt-free thanks to the revenues from pop culture. Now he can begin working full-time with pop culture if he wants. And now that he's paid back his line of credit, we recommend he takes out another $30,000 line of credit to invest into his business to help him grow it. As revenue comes in, we recommend his main priority be to pay back his line of credit as soon as possible. So this is his new budget for year 6. We've added in disability insurance since he's working full-time now. And his rent has changed. We found him a nice apartment to rent in his hometown
Oliver is concerned about his future. He wants to have a nice retirement. So this is what his RRSP is going to look like starting when he comes out of university. So we're going to put him 20% in bonds and 80% in stocks because of his age. And we have him in ETFs, 40% Canadian and 40% universal. So the universal one contains every country except for Canada. And we'll be investing about $3,000 a year. So as he nears his retirement, we're going to change his portfolio to make it safer for him so that he's not worried about suddenly losing all his money if the stock market crashes. So we're going to basically flop it around so now he's 60% in bonds, 40% in equities. We're going to keep the same ETFs though to make it nice and simple for him. So when he turns 60, Oliver's RRSP should be worth approximately $500,000 if he continues to invest at $3,000 a year as we've suggested. We're hoping that his business is going to continue to grow, and he's going to continue to make more money, and then he's going to have more money to play with. So more money to put in an RSP, maybe he'll be able to start investing in his TFSA again. So he'll either be able to retire earlier, or he can continue to wait to 60 and just have a more luxurious retirement. So we're really happy with the path that Oliver has chosen. We hope that this decision has taken some stress off his shoulders, and that it allows him to meet his goals, continue his passions. We'd like to thank you for your time, and we'd now like to open the floor to any questions.
Excellent. Yeah, that was really good. Thank you. Tons of notes. Did you guys have a question off the bat? I'm going to think for a minute.
I can, sure. So Oliver seems like a pretty busy guy. If he's doing both school and pop culture full time, he's got this girlfriend that's gonna want to hang out with him a lot probably. How is he going to manage all that and then still do well in school and be able to focus on pop culture as well?
With spreading out his courses in university, we're hoping that it gives him a little less stress than the cramped 4 years that he might have had. He had $5,000 in his TFSA, but used the $1,500 for the trip. So he has that little bit of wiggle room for money to spend on his girlfriend, buy her some nice trips. And then also, when he gets his tax returns, we recommend that he can use it to spoil himself a little bit, spoil his friends, go out on a little trip, just to really enjoy the university experience and spend his time.
Thanks.
So he has his business, he goes to PC and lives. Is his business becoming mobile then, or how does he run it? Is he going to still keep it in his home province, or is it his business going to go with him, he's going to reestablish it?
So his business is very easy to take with him because he's selling it to fairs and to businesses. So he'll just take his market strategy and apply it in BC. And then when he comes back home to Alberta, he'll take his marketing strategy and apply it to Alberta for the summer. So he's going to be able to take it with him and continue using it the entire time.
And you talked about having a line of credit, and also he'll be running the business. So would you think he would need the whole $30,000 right off the bat, or do you think he'll have it and pick away at it, and as he makes income, put it back to put out his debt?
In the case, it did mention that he would require $30,000 to just expand the business and reach out. But with the line of credit, it's kind of nice. You don't have to you don't have to borrow all that money all at once. So if he needs it as the year goes by, just to pick away as long as he's paying it back.
Okay, so he's going to expand and go to school, but he's going to stretch the school out.
We recommend that he works full-time with after he's done university. So necessarily wouldn't really need to expand with the $30,000 during university.
Okay.
Just continue with his part-time as he's doing now.
Okay, excellent.
Do you guys have any ideas what he would do with the next $30,000 once he graduates?
So he wants to expand. So in my mind, that's reaching out to other communities, maybe hiring an employee so he can do more events, upping his marketing strategy so he can really get it out there. He's really into gourmet popcorn, so different flavors. Maybe he's going to try some new recipes. He's going to caramel popcorn or more specialty things instead of just your plain dill pickles, salt and vinegar. Maybe he's going to sell to movie theaters. Just get himself out there a little bit more.
So right now, I'm assuming he runs out of his parents' house, his business. So if he goes to UBC, will he be in a dorm, or what is your recommendation for that? Where do you recommend so he can keep running the business? If he has cost of sold delivery charge, he's obviously making the product, he's not just selling the concept. How do you be able to transition that and get that into a place in Vancouver?
So with the line of credit, you can take a little bit of wiggle room and maybe rent out a storage locker to hold his things, or even just a small little apartment. Right now, we have him staying in dorms, just so he's on campus, he's making those connections and having the true experience. But if for the supplies, yeah, rent a storage thing or find some extra space.
And I didn't see, partly because I was ready, but you had upped the rental expense in your budget.
Yes. Oh, sorry. He was currently living with his parents, and they were charging him just $100.
Okay.
So we hope that he moves out after university, so then we upped his rent.
Okay. I liked that you took into account RSPs and future retirement savings once you graduated. That was awesome. So how did you get, I wrote down about 500,000. Did you calculate that based on what you thought you would save and then?
So I used the RSP calculator online, one from Mackenzie Banks.
Okay.
And I put in, like, we're pretty confident that we should be able to invest $3,000 every year, and probably more than that after about 3 years, but we wanted to keep it conservative. And we assumed about a 7% return, and we reinvested all our returns automatically.
Okay.
So,
Do you have time for more?
30 seconds.
Okay, so this is all great. What happens if he takes up the $30,000 and pop culture, there's no market for it at Silent Bridge or in that market? What does he do if he then has this $30,000 line of credit and it just didn't work out?
So thankfully, he has that business knowledge from university, and hopefully he can channel that to a new business or job opportunity.
Great.
Okay, that concludes our presentation.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much, guys. Really good job.